I'm happy to see that you're taking the time out of your schedule today to talk about this issue with us. During the session, we'll go over a few risk factors of kidney disease, testing, and treatment, and also discuss steps to help you protect your kidneys. The National Kidney Disease Education Program has provided us with materials about kidney disease to help us stay informed, and I'll pass those out throughout our conversation. Let's begin. Why should we know about kidney disease? African Americans are nearly 4 times more likely than Caucasians to develop kidney failure, which requires dialysis and kidney transplant to live healthier and longer. African Americans suffer to a much greater extent than other groups from 2 of the leading causes of kidney disease, which is diabetes and high blood pressure. You guys can come in and have a seat. Just grab a seat. You're not interrupted. Many of us have one or both of these conditions, but don't know that they put us at risk for kidney disease. And finally, if kidney disease is diagnosed and treated early, kidney failure can likely be delayed or prevented. Who can name 2 of the leading causes of kidney disease? This is audience participation. 2 leading causes. Anybody? Okay. And diabetes. That's right. That's right. So diabetes and high blood pressure are the 2 leading causes of kidney failure. They cause the greatest percentage of kidney failure that is amongst African Americans. And other risk factors include cardiovascular and heart disease, and or family history of kidney failure by way of a mother, father, a sister, or a brother who may have had kidney failure in the past. If you have diabetes or high blood pressure or heart disease or a family history of kidney failure, you are at risk for kidney disease. So is there anybody in this room who does not have a family history whatsoever of any of those risk factors? Because I know that puts me at risk. Anybody that does not? Okay. So that this conversation pertains to all of us.
If they have diabetes?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So that puts the majority of all of us in here at risk. So this is why this is important for us. How many of you know a family member who might be at risk? Raise your hand if you do. Okay. Right now, if I can have one of my sorors pass out the kidney disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure fact sheet, we'll review that. The kidney disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure fact sheets. Okay, so as those are going around, we'll continue to talk. What do you do if you are at risk? First thing you want to do is get tested. Testing is the only way to know if you have kidney disease. Many people don't know that they have kidney disease until their kidneys are just about ready to fail because they are usually no symptoms. By then, it's too late to do anything other than begin dialysis or have a kidney transplant to maintain health. That is why testing is so important. The doctor or healthcare provider checks your blood for urine and signs of kidney disease. The good news is that if kidney disease is found early, there are medicines that can be called angiotensin converting enzymes, or ACE inhibitors, or angiotensin receptor blockers, or ARBs, as well as other things that you can do to slow down the progression of kidney disease. For some people, the medicines can keep the kidneys from failing. So if you have one of the risk factors we've talked about, diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, or a family history of kidney failure, please go and get tested. Managing your diabetes, your high blood pressure, or heart disease is important for kidney health. By following healthcare providers' advice, whether that means taking medicines, following a special diet, or whether that means being more physically active, you can reduce your stress on your heart, your blood vessels, which can protect your kidneys. But even if you follow the advice, it's important to have your kidneys checked for the kidney disease. Let's talk about how you can be more physically active. Can anybody name ways that they can think of being more physically active you can include in your everyday?
Walking.
Right?
You can park further away from buildings that you're going into, stores. Park in the back, walk to the front.
So you can park further away from the building rather than right up on the building. I'm guilty of doing that. Yes, ma'am.
Take stairs instead of elevators.
That's right. That's right.
Walk up the stairs. Yeah.
Yep, we can take stairs.
Yes.
Chewing gum. That might work with y'all. I'm not sure about your
And eat healthy.
What you said?
What?
Eating healthy.
Eating healthy? Yes, absolutely. So you don't have to be an athlete to benefit from regular physical activity, but even a modest amount of physical activity can improve your health. So start with small, specific goals, such as walking 10 minutes a day or 3 days a week. You can build that up from there. Try these activities to add more movement to your daily life, and some of these we've already just mentioned. So you can take the stairs instead of the elevator. And make sure the stairs are well lit. There's no need in taking stairs if you go down there and fall. So, safety first. Safety first. Get off the bus. If anybody takes a bus, get off the bus stop stop early if you're in an area safe for walking. You can park your car further away from interest stores, movie theaters, or your home. Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that some of the medications that they give you for high blood pressure can also damage your kidneys?
I think there's always a risk factor with that. Yes, ma'am. But you need to know your overall condition before you just go. Some people are with different providers, and those providers aren't aware of what another provider might have put them on, so that could be a risk factor to you. But yes, there's always a risk factor.
And sometimes the doctor has to look at the risk and the benefits. Sometimes the benefit of getting your blood pressure down, for instance, is much more important than the little bit of damage that may happen to your kidney. So there's a risk and benefit ratio that they have to look at as well. But that's a good question.
Absolutely. So other physical activities are taking short walks around the block. It says in bad weather, walk around the shopping mall. Leave your wallet in your car. And stick to the purpose of the walk. Rake leaves or wash the car, visit museums or aquarium, or take a walk after dinner rather than sitting and watching television. There are also lifestyle activities that you can do every day. These activities can really add up and increase the number of calories that you burn each day. They may also boost your energy and mood by getting your blood and your muscles moving. So examples of lifestyle activities are, well, some of that we've already mentioned, are taking stairs instead of the elevator, walking to your coworker's office instead of using the phone or email. That's a good one. Gardening or doing household chores. Walking inside the bank rather than using the drive-through window. Parking from the store entrance, as we said, and walking the extra distance. Taking short breaks at work to get up and stretch and walk so you can keep that circulation flowing. And playing with your children, grandkids, nieces, nephews, and pets if you have any. Take them outside rather than being inside. It's hard to get started, but I'm sure we can learn from each other. What are some of the ways that you add physical activity into your day, and do you involve your entire family? Does anybody try to do anything on a regular, once in a while get motivated?
Stay there for 4 hours. Stay at home for 4 hours.
Omar?
Being fit and active makes everyday tasks a lot easier. It makes everything easier. If you have problems walking or getting up from your seat, physical activity makes everything just easier for you.
That's
It's
right.
beneficial.
Yes, sir.
Also. Well, instead of using the elevator when I work in, I take the stairs.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so I take advantage of the stairs,
Okay.
and
Anybody else?
Do some yard, do some yard work.
Okay.
Curve, I do all of that, so.
Develop some-
I exercise about at least 3 times a week.
Oh,
There
dear.
it is.
All right. Well, you need to help. Form a committee here so we can get that going.
I park a long distance,
Uh-huh.
so I can walk, from my car to wherever.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay, that
I
is
do.
Great.
And I get out and I look, and I say, okay.
You gotta do it. You stick to
But
it.
yeah, you'll look and kind of want to change your mind, want to drive around, find somewhere closer, but it's best to, have that distance.
Right. I'm sure you get used to doing that.
Oh.
It gets easier each
It
time.
really
that you do
does, it
Okay.
really does. And don't be fussing at people because you couldn't get that closer parking.
I park a distance, but always when I get out, I begin a fast pace of walking.
Oh, good,
And
yeah.
that gets the heart rate going up, you feel better, you start breathing. I always just park and I'll go to the mall or to Walmart, I park all the way, so I can get that.
That's a great way to take full advantage.
I may not do nothing else, but.
That's more than what somebody else may not be doing. Yes, ma'am.
My doctor's always sending me to the gym to do exercise,
Uh-huh.
you know, and they work with me,
Okay.
you know. I get on the treadmill if I can, and do that. They'll have me walking around in the building,
Uh-huh.
and they do all kind of things for me. He wants me to do it all the time,
All right.
every day.
Well, even if you do a little bit, 10 minutes each day. Yeah.
I can do the house where he want me to go.
Okay.
And then he I was put into, what's the name of that place? My memory's shot. Centennial.
Uh-huh.
Out at Centennial, he put me out there, and I had occupational therapy, and I had physical therapy that would come up and get me and take me down to the gym
Good.
and do all kind of things, ride the bike. The bikes are not like
Stationary. Uh-huh. Okay.
It's a diet.
And your diet.
Of course, and
That helps. Great.
that help a lot.
Yes.
But it's hard. To stay on that diet.
You always need some encouragement. Yes.
You kind of use the optimal word, encouragement. You know, when you do things by yourself, motivation becomes one of those things.
Uh-huh.
It ain't my day, so I'm gonna take the opposite to it, and I'm not gonna do it. We got someone with you.
That's
You have a purpose. That person's motivation will help you get through this, because you don't want to take another step and hear that word, say, let's go on down here. That'll kind of get you out of there. That helps you out.
Okay.
You know, it's interesting that this came up today because it was a question posed to me yesterday. You know, how is it that, we have changed, is, our lifestyle so that there is less walking in our lives? Everything now, when you go to the grocery store, you go to Walmart, you got everything, hardware, clothes, food, everything in Walmart.
Yes.
When I was growing up, we had to go to different markets to do that.
Uh-huh.
It was different places, and and a lot of times, we had to walk to those places to get those things.
Yeah.
So our lifestyle,
Uh-huh.
for convenience, Walmart is there,
Uh-huh.
but it's not good for us.
Right.
It's for me.
There's a different taste.
Yeah.
So it is. For a lot of people, it is good for them. But what I have learned is, in our community, when I was growing up, there was a different market for everything. There was a meat market, there was, everything was not all in one place. So lifestyle has changed in such a way that everything is convenient. So we are losing out on the things that are beneficial.
All right.
And walking is one of those.
Yes. Brother Wheeler?
If you have any kind of exercise program, you need to make that part of the days that you're gonna do it, make it part of that day's activity. Like when you was in the workforce, you whether you felt like it or not, you still went to work.
Yeah.
Same thing here. If you want
Yeah,
that's the addition. Well, if I want to exercise on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then I make it part of that day's activity. And if you don't do it, you come up with a guilty feeling to yourself, or you would have lied to yourself. So, and partnership, like McGraw said, partnership is the other thing. And when you don't feel like maybe a partner feel a little better than you, and that affects you to get into a motivated state too.
I agree.
But make it that day's activity.
And Sister Syretta, you hit a very good point in there. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of effort. A lot of us, I didn't get the feeling we got to go to the gym and work out for 5 hours and go on. No, really. A lot of times, if I'm in the house, or like when I was at work, I would get up and go out of the building and walk around the building.
That's good.
And get the blood flowing. Keep the blood flowing. Keep the brain working. You know, get that marrow in it and stuff. That's just anything. Even if it's cold. A lot of people, well, the weather. Now, put your coat on. Go out there and walk around. Let a little rain hit you. You know, you feel better. Really. Just anything. Any little thing. Go walk around the car 10 times. You know, you'll be amazed how much that'll do for you. Yeah.
You see, we got a group and we just walk around the mall.
Yes.
See, you're not worried about the weather.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's a lot better. Yes, sir.
And for heaven's sakes, y'all, that old lie they told you about no pain, no gain, I love me. I ain't gonna hurt me. I go to exercise. I don't go to ball club. He goes to the gym to bulk up. I go to exercise. I don't go to game, that's a lie.
Okay, we have one comment up here up front.
The last time when she was at the Centennial, like 3 months ago, when she had been in the hospital a week before, for a week, they said she had one kidney was dehydrated, the other one had small stones. But they never said what caused it. And she drank a lot of liquor, water, and
We always have my water.
Good.
People get dehydrated.
Yes, sir.
just,
I had a stroke.
You
I
have
have
this.
aphasia and apraxia.
yes, but hard, hard, nothing. Jesus, but not easy, but hard, yes, but hard.
Hard work. Hard work. The hard recovery. It's come a long way.
Yes.
Do we have one more comment? Go ahead.
If anyone needs any motivation, my number is in the church directory. Call me and I'll motivate you.
Presentations of brother, back her up.
That's right.
We joined the YMCA and they have a program called Silver Sneakers. You're on, over a certain age and you're on Medicare, you get free membership. So that's the way you can actually.
I try to get it, but I'm not.
And what I'll do as your healthcare committee coordinator, I'll go ahead and put out some more information so that we can stay active. I'll even just ask you as I'm passing you on Sunday or at practice or something throughout the week, how you're doing. And if you're doing anything different or if you need any assistance with that. We just have a volunteer right here who is a personal trainer, by the way, to assist with that. So I'll put him to work with that. So we can
You guys can also
definitely.
call like workout partners. Like you
Yeah.
were saying about the partnership, you guys can partner up. Sign up for workout partners.
We can definitely do that because we need to look out for one another.
Yes,
So,
amen.
definitely need to look out for one another.
Cell
So
phone down a minute and go get to a road dog and go walk some. Leave your cell phone at home.
keep your phone at home. That's right. Anyone else? Did I miss anybody back there?
I like to say this. Years ago, when I was younger, my parents, they didn't know about diabetes.
No.
And I think now, that a lot of the older people died
Yeah.
because of diabetes. And now, everywhere you look, somebody's a diabetic.
Right.
I look at you, I don't know you're diabetic. I
No,
just
I'm
talk. I just make a statement.
She have high cholesterol now.
I just make a statement. Do you know, I have talked to people, didn't know, even in my family, didn't know that they were diabetic. And then I find out that they are, and we started communicating, my friends and, diabetes is so prevalent now.
Yes.
It is getting worse. But see now, when we was coming up, I was raised in the country. My parents were raised with food. And now it's hard stuff that they don't put in a little box and we eat all of this chemical food that's basically. And we have got to be careful.
That's right. So we have to take care of ourselves. Yes.
I disagree with Brother Wheeler on don't take your cell phone. Take your cell phone. Make sure that in your cell phone, as I told you guys before, have ice in case of emergency. Because when you're in an accident or something, the police will take your cell phone, look for that, and call the contacts that you want. I have 3 ices in my phone. 2 are away and 1 is local. So that if something happens to me, that they can pick up the phone, and it's no charge to anybody because it's on your cell phone. And if you have your cell phone, you can dial 911.
Yes.
Because if you're out there walking by yourself and something happens, there's no one to call unless you have that cell phone with you. So it's good to have it. I'm not saying use it, but it's good to have with you in case of an emergency. You just type in the word ICE and then you add the person that you want them to call, and they will call that number. And if anybody needs to program in their phone, I'll be happy to show you how to do that.
Sister Syretta, somebody over here mentioned that about some of the drugs. Yeah, some of the drugs they have counter effects. Some things, so you take them for one thing, they harm something. But what I have high blood pressure. How I had it, been treated for it since I was in my 20s. And some of the drugs that they use, but what I have done myself is educate myself. And I talk to my doctor. I'm an oncologist and I'm also a primary care doctor. I make sure they share this information and stuff. And so I get tested. I get my blood tests. I get anything I can do to make sure my kidneys are not being damaged. And I get the information. I look at it. Now, I have an advantage. I worked in the hospital for 5 years. I was a lab tech, so I understand the figures. But you can also go on the internet and figure the figures out. Today, everything is out there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying you become your own doctor, but you can at least know. You can at least understand, like she said. Our parents and our foreparents didn't know. We know today. We have information.
Right.
Use it. Use it.
That's right. We can get these things on the website. You can ask your local provider. You can come to church and even ask myself, and I can give you information of what you need. There's never too much of anything that I'm not in grasp of. So, and also our organization, Iota, which is a community nursing organization of minority nurses. We are also here to do talks at your events that you might be a part of as well in the community. So definitely let us know that these are free resources that we can all use and we probably just don't know about or how close that they are to us. So we want you guys to know that. But I want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you so much for coming out. I do have a lot of material, well not a lot, but I do have a few materials here about physical activity, prevention of diabetics. Yes ma'am.
I know that you mentioned about high blood pressure. Can you mention something about low blood pressure? Because that's what I'm supposed to have.
I want to refer that to one of my sorority sisters. Anybody want to do it?
You don't hear a whole lot
question
about
do you have?
it. I just want to know how I know it's supposed to be as dangerous as high blood pressure.
Right.
But I just want to know how dangerous it is, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't hear a whole lot about it.
Okay.
And I get these, I get lightheadedness.
Okay,
And I have a tendency to get dizzy
okay,
when I'm holding my head down, the
Okay.
lightheadedness. And then there is this dullness. Sometimes I feel this dullness. I thought that was tension, this dull feeling in my head. But yeah, so
well, I can get you some information on that too.
would
It's,
you?
yes,
Because I don't hear a
definitely share
whole
that
lot
with
about
you.
it, but
Okay.
I'm told that I do have it. But that's it.
They normally tell you, just in general, to increase liquids and, activity, but be mindful of sitting, standing, and laying down, getting
Yeah.
up. You have to be
Right,
mindful of
slow
changing
gas.
position and smoking.
I don't know any of that.
Move slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluid intake is critical.
Huh?
Fluid intake is
Yes.
critical.
And I drink,
Yeah,
lots
fluid-
and lots of
fluid,
water
yeah.
all the time. Okay.
Some electrolyte things as well.
Yeah, the
But,
electrolytes.
And you can do support holds, because that helps get the blood.
Huh?
You can do
Support
support holds to get your blood circulating, so it gets back up.
Like socks
This way.
and penny hose that
Yeah.
are supportive.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Everything to
Okay.
increase the fluid volume and keep it from pooling in your lower extremity.
Okay. Okay. That's good to hear.
When your potassium drops also go too low, that's more, directly cardiac.
Because
Yeah.
I'll be having that problem.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Does the insurance pay you sometimes for some of those stuff? When your blood